Hey everyone, Rob here. The best part of working on cars like this is when a small amount of work makes a big difference in terms of how it looks. So, first job today, putting the exhaust system on. This header system is 4 different pieces. The muffler, such as it is, which is a super trap without the cones. That's one piece. The 4 pipes, cylinders 2 and 3 have a common flange. So that's one piece. Cylinder number 1 is a separate piece, and cylinder number 4, yet another. This is like a child's puzzle trying to put it together every year, because every year I forget. And there's a very specific order and really only one way that this system will go together. At any rate, it's in, and after the engine's had a run and gone through a heat cycle, I'll come back and I'll torque the bolts again, and then I will lock wire all the bolts just to try to keep them from backing off during a race. So there we go, really tight fit. But you don't have to worry about the engine moving around because it's impossible. It's part of the chassis. Okay, so exhaust system in place. Love it. Redid part of a system that I had to take apart for pulling the engine out. So let's talk about safety systems, at least partly. We'll do seat belts in the seat later. The fire system. So if I can get my hand in here, if you can read it, OMP is the brand, fire extinguisher system. So that is a fire bottle, as we call it. This one is really big in some ways. I had to do a lot of work to get this to fit into the car. Holy cow. The label is all kind of polished up and worn out a bit because that's where my feet and my legs are going over this, getting in and out the car. This one is a cable operated system. Some have an electric system where you have a button you push. I prefer the idea of something mechanical. So it has a handle at the top end, very much like a regular fire extinguisher. I currently have the safety pin in so that I don't accidentally fire this thing off. On the left side of the cockpit, we have this red handle here, and that is the cable that goes down to the extinguisher. So just a firm grasp on this and a sharp pull, and that will set off the fire extinguisher. Now this is called AFFF, Aqueous Firefighting Foam. Aqueous Firefighting Foam. It comes out looking like a soapy water and then foam. I know that because a certain one of my competitors that I will not name set his off accidentally. I believe it was last year, maybe it was the year before. At any rate, this particular one came with 4 nozzles and many feet of this beautiful soft aluminum tubing, right? Lovely stuff to work with, very easy. You can bend it by hand, but I went to my favorite place, Princess Auto, and picked up a tube bender. These things are great, you know. You can bend different sections of tube very easily and build a system. Okay, so where do the nozzles go? Where do the tubes go? Okay, here's where it comes out of the bottle. A lined tees off here. This is just the T fitting. Goes across, goes up the other side to the left side of the car. Didn't really plan this one out as to how well I can access this. Sorry about that. So, right here, this nozzle points towards my legs, right? So it's going to spray foam all down my legs. What are the odds that there's going to be a fire? Extremely small. If my legs are on fire, something has gone horribly wrong. But hey, I guess that's the whole point of a fire system, isn't it? The other part of the line runs back and up. Sorry for all the spinning around. Comes up behind the driver. This is a nozzle. This is not a T-junction. This is actually a nozzle, and it sprays into the enclosure where the fuel tank sits. So that's seriously one of the more important ones. Then it continues up to the engine bay where I have one nozzle pointing at the carburetor, which is the most likely source of a fire. And since I had an extra nozzle, where's the other one? Here we are. This one is pointing down the left side. That's where the exhaust system is. Nothing should catch fire, but nonetheless, better safe than sorry. Having an onboard system is a requirement. And I can't say that I've seen someone use it for its intended purpose, but yeah, when you're having a bad day, it could be a big deal. Something else safety related and actually electrically related that I forgot, so I will mention now. In one of the early videos on systems and how the car is constructed, I talked about the electrical system, and somehow I managed to forget the kill switch, the master switch. So this is a simple little plastic switch. And if you notice, the instrument panel is dead. Turn the switch, power is on. Okay, so this is externally available to pit crew, to the safety people. There's a sticker on the bodywork to show them the location of the switch, so anyone outside the car, or myself if I need to, can reach, grab the switch, turn it off. How it's wired is, it's a rather large switch. You can see the cables on the backside here. All of the electrical grounds run through this switch. So the battery positive is connected up at all times, but the main ground lead runs through this switch. And again, this is a requirement for safety reasons. And on these cars, it's pretty straightforward, but there is a requirement to prove that when the switch is turned off, everything has power removed and the engine will stop. And these ones being a total loss electrical system, no alternator, that absolutely does happen. So in the case of an accident, a marshal can run up, flick that switch, and all electrical power is removed from the car. While I'm at it, and this could be interesting. Okay, so the bodywork hanging on the wall here, you can see my name, see the mirror, and the big E sticker is for extinguisher, so a marshal would know where the fire handle is and could, you know, reach into the cockpit and grab the handle and pull it. At the same time, the back, sorry about all the reflections off the from the lights, right by the air intake there is a blue and red sticker with kind of a lightning bolt on it, and that is to label where the kill switch is. So there are a certain number of these safety requirements built into the general competition rules, as they call them. Oh, yes, there's an extra nozzle. There's 5 nozzles. I totally forgot. There we are. There's kind of a driver's eye view. This is another nozzle here. So that would spray on my torso. The other ones down by my knees would spray the legs. One sprays into the fuel cell area, one sprays on the carburetor, and one sprays on the header. So I think it's pretty well covered for fire safety. Been a really good day so far. I just got to scratch my head and think about what's the next one.